Hey guys, welcome back once again. In this video, I am going to show you how to override a component of material table. Alright, as you can see here, I have a simple material table with some data. And now let me take my cursor on a row. So here, as you can see, on mouse over on a row, it displaying a overlay with action icons. Okay. So now let me move my cursor to different row, and here you can see this icon have been moved. Okay. So now if I am going here, so you can see it displaying a nice tooltip. Okay. And let me click on this icon. So here you can see it's showing name is David. Okay. And here you might have noticed row third and here name is David. Okay. So basically I am passing row data to this alert. Okay. And here now let me click on this delete. So here as you can see delete button clicked 1 and this 1 is the index value. Okay. So here now let me click on this last row on delete, and here you can see delete button clicked 3 because indexing will start from 0. So this for this row it is gonna to be 0, 1, 2, and for the last one it is gonna to be 3. That's why we are getting 3 at the top. Okay. And now you can see here it's displaying once we are taking mouse over. Okay. Once we will remove our mouse, it will be gone. Okay guys. So in this video we will see how to override row component of material table and add our overlay with action icons. Okay. So let's get started and move to VS Code. Okay, so this is the project, and let me open here source and let me go to the app.js. Okay, here we have two headings, React app and another one subheading, and after that here I have material table. Okay, and here I am passing 3 props. First is the title, as you can see here, and this is the data, and this data is coming from state. Okay, so here this is the data state I am managing, and here data I am getting from the employee list, which one I have hard coded here. Okay, and the last property here is column. So I am providing this column definition. Okay, let me come to the browser and have a look. So here you can see our table is simple. Okay, so now we need to override row component of material table. Okay, so before doing that, let's go to the material table documentation. Okay, so here material table documentation, you can get this link in description of this video, and here you can see key features. Here the second option is component overriding. So this is what we are trying to do. Okay, and now you can have a look on this example what they have given. They want to override this component called toolbar. Okay, so here what we can do is we can write components, and inside that which component we want to override, and this is gonna to give us a props, and whatever we want we can return it from here. Okay, so now we are gonna to do the same thing, but we want to apply with the row. Okay, so here as you can see we have some of the list of the component what material table is using. So here as you can see this is the row. Okay, and we need to return here m table body row. Okay, so this is the toolbar and they are returning m table toolbar. So here as you can see toolbar and they are returning m table toolbar with the same props. Okay, so here we have to follow the same instruction. So row, and we will return m table body row. Okay, so now let's come to the VS Code. Now we need to add another one props, and that is called components. So here components. Okay, and this props is gonna to take a object. Okay, and here we are trying to override row as we have seen in documentation here. Okay, so we need to write here row. Okay, and this is gonna to take a callback function. So here I will write props, okay, and callback function. So here I will return some of the div. So now let me write here row, and here close this div and save it, okay, and let's come back here to our table. So you can see here whatever we wrote we are getting here, okay. So let's not worry about the data because we need to use so m table body row. So what we will do is we will come back, and here inside this we will write this m table body row, okay, and here I will close this one, and now we need to spread whatever the props we are getting. So here spreading to the all props, okay, and we need to import this m table body from the material table. So material table, and here m table body row. Now save it, and let's come back here. So as you can see here we are getting our data here, but here our styling is not proper. So now let's add a border to our outer div. So here let's come to the VS Code, and to this div we will add a style, and inside this we will provide border color, okay. So border, I will call it as 1 pixel, okay, and let's give it as a green solid. Now save it, and let's come back here. So you can see here in each row I am getting my border color as a green, okay. So here now we are rendering this part, okay. So what we will do is we will create a custom component, and that is gonna to be responsible for rendering a row. So let's do that. Here let's come to the SRC, do right click, create a folder and call it as components, okay. So inside this components folder let's create another folder and call it as custom row. So here custom row, okay, and inside this custom row let's create a file index.js and make it as a functional component. So import React from React, okay, and here custom row, okay. Here we will be getting props, and now let's return from here something. So return div, okay. At last here let's export this component. So export default custom row, okay. So now we have designed our custom row component successfully, okay. So now instead of returning div here, let's return grid, okay, and grid from the material UI, and grid is nothing but div, okay. So here now let's come to the app.js, and here as you can see I am returning a div for the custom row component. So now instead of doing this, let's cut this one and call here our custom component. So here directly I can write custom row, okay, and now it's got auto imported at the top. So let me show you here, as you can see. And now here what we have to do, whatever the props we are getting we need to pass to this one, okay. So here I will write spread and props, okay. So now whatever the props I am getting I am passing to custom row component, and now here I am getting the props, and let's paste whatever I have copied. And now what I can do is I can remove this div, I don't need anymore, okay. So here this one, and now I need to import this. So let's import m table body row, and this is gonna to come from material table, okay. Now save it, and let's come to the UI. So here as you can see we are getting same, okay. So nothing has been changed as of now. So now as you can see the name and this value of the row got separated because heading is here on the right side and these value are on left. Okay, so for this what we have to do is we need to add a styling to our grid. So let's do that. So a style, and here we need to add display property. Okay, so display, and we will define this property value as a contents. So here contents. Okay, so now save it and let's come back here. So now you will be able to see we are getting our table perfect. Okay, as usual. Okay guys, so now our task is to design a overlay component, and on mouse over on a row we need to show them. Okay, so for that let's come to the component here. Okay, and here inside this main component what I will do is I will take another one grid. Okay, and here, so inside this grid let's define a button. Okay, so button, and let's give the value as click me. Now save it and let's come here. So here as you can see we have button in each row. Okay, and you can see this is taking extra width as well here, and that's why the height of the row has been increased. Okay, so now let's do the styling, so it will not take extra width, it have to be on the top of that row. Okay, so here let's add a style, and here let's call it as overlay style. Okay, this overlay style doesn't exist, so let's create this here. And first of all I want to define width equal to 100%. Okay, and now the next property what I will define is position. Okay, so here position is gonna to be here absolute. Okay, now save it and let's come back to the browser. So here you will be able to see it is not taking extra height here because this button is now being on this row itself. So now let's come back here, and now what we want to do is we want to move this button into the right side. Okay, so let's handle that first of all. So here what I will do is here I can write align property. So align, and I will call it as right. Okay, so right, now save it and come back here. So now you will be able to see here, now we are getting this click me on the right side. So now we have to add our icon, so let's add the icon instead of click me button. Okay, so for that what I will do is here I will remove this and I will write here icon button. Okay, and this is also gonna to come from the material UI. So icon button, and now I need some of the icons. Okay, so for icons I am gonna to use material UI icons. So let me take you there. So here material UI, and here let's search for icons. Okay, now select the icons. So now we need to install this dependency to our project, and that is material UI icons. So you can find this package in description of this video. Okay, and now here as you can see we have one option material icons. So click on this. Okay, and here you can see we have here 1000+ icons. So now what we are looking is, so get F, as you can see here I got this one. So I need to here copy this and come and paste it here at the top, and now inside the icon button what I can do is angular bracket, and here I will close it. Okay, so now if I am going to the browser, here as you can see I got my icon button over here. Okay, so now we want another one icon, delete icon. So let's search for delete. So delete, and now we have this icon. So let's copy this. Okay, and here we will create another one icon button. Okay, and inside this we will call it as delete icon. Now save it, and let's come back here. Okay, so now our icon is here. So now let's provide the tooltip on both of the icons. So for that, here on icon button, here we can write title. Okay, and this is for the download, so I will call it as download. Okay, and here title, and I will call it as delete. Now save it, and let's come back here. So here, as you can see, I am getting this download, and here I am getting this delete. Okay, so now let me make it as a center here. Okay, so now you can see this text in center, but here you can see a strange thing. I am able to see mail as well, right? So this is not a good, because the previous whatever the value is there, it have to be hidden, isn't it? So for that, what we can do is we can add another one div inside this div, and we can define some color. So for that, what we can do is here we can write another one grid. Okay, and inside this grid I will paste these things. Okay, so now if I am coming here, nothing has been changed. So now here what I will do is here I will write this property, a style, and here let's add the background color. Okay, so background color, and I will add here white. Okay, so now if I am coming here, as you can see, I am not able to see anything here. Okay, so now what we want to do is, so we want to display this white only for the particular width, not for the whole table, isn't it? So for that, what we can do is here we can define a property small, and this is gonna to take 2 width. So total width will be separated in 12 part, and we are defining the width of this grid only 2. Now save it and come back here. So you will be able to see here we are getting this, but there is no male values, means gender value we are not getting. So it's better to define a different color here and understand this one. So here I will call it as F1 F1 F1. Now save it and come back here. So you can see here this is the color we are getting right now. So now our task is to move this one to the right. So let's do that. So here I will call it as right. Okay, so now this is on the right side, but here as you can see this is to right. So if this icon is being in center, it will be better, isn't it? So here what I will do is I will add a align property to inner grid, and here I will call it as align, and here I will define this value as a center. Now save it and let's come back here. So now here as you can see we are getting such a nice effect. Okay, so we have here our div is getting a start, and here in the middle we have our icons. Okay, here we have one grid. Okay, inside this grid we have another one grid, and here we have defined a small width equal to 2. That means it's gonna to take only 2 out of 12. Okay, and we are setting this one to right. Okay, so now here let's make this color as a white only. Okay, now save it. So now you can see the value of city has been hidden here. So on mouse over on a row, we want to display this overlay. Okay, so how can we do that? So for that we need to manage a state here. So let's do this. So here what I will do is I will create a state by using use state. So here const show set show. Okay, and here use state, and here initial value I am gonna to provide false. Okay, and here these are the parts are optional. So let me close this, and here whatever I am displaying this much, and these are the optional things, isn't it? So here once we want to take our mouse on a row, we want to display this, otherwise we don't want to display this one. So here what I will do is I will open curly bracket, and here I will write show and here I will close this for the conditional rendering. Okay, now let's save it and come back here. So here as you can see I am not getting overlay, and that is happening because this value is false here. So once this value is false, so here this value is false, so here this whole thing will not get rendered. Okay, so now what if I am providing here value as a true? So here true. Now save it and let's come back. So here you can see I am getting this overlay. Okay, so now as you can see, once we are passing the value false, we are not getting this overlay, and once we are passing the value true, we are getting. Okay, so now our task is to deal with this state. So how can we change the state based on the condition or based on the event? So for that what we have to do is we have property. Okay, so the first property I will call it as a here on mouse over. So here on mouse over, and this is the event. Okay, so once I will take my mouse onto the row, this event is gonna to get trigger. Okay, so let me show you. So here this is the function, and I will call it as console.log mouse over. I will call it as here. Okay, and now I am gonna to call another one function, and that is called on mouse leave. Okay, once I will start getting out mouse from the row, this function is gonna to trigger. So on mouse leave. Okay, so here I will do the console.log, and I will call it as here mouse leave. Now let's come to the browser. Here go to the inspect and select here console. Let's clear here, and now here let me take my cursor on this row. So here you can see this got trigger and my mouse has been moved from there. So now you can see this is the leave. So now here once again it's got trigger because my mouse on the top. Now I am removing, so you can see another one event has been triggered. Okay, so now what we will do is here we will set initial value false. Okay, and once the mouse user will take onto the row, I will set this value to the true. So here I will call it as set show and this value as a true. Okay, and once he is trying to get out mouse from the row, so I will call it as here set show. Okay, and here I will pass this value as a false. Okay, so now here let's save it and come back here. So now let me take my mouse here. So you can see here we got this our overlay. Okay, now let me take on another one. So you can see here it has been removed from the last one and it has been here. Okay, so now you can see it's working as we expected. First of all, let's do the console log to this props, what we are getting here. So here I will call it as console.log to the props. Now save it and let's come back here. So here you can see we got some, I have opened a random one, and here we have one property that is called data, and inside the data we have row information, as you can see here. What if I want to display name of the employee on click of download button? Okay, so how to do that? So for that, what we have to do is here, let's come to the icon button. Okay, this is the get app icon. So here I will add a event and call it as on click. Okay, and here what it is gonna to show here is I will write alert. Okay, and we will get that value by using props. So I will call it as props, and in props I will get one field data, and data have a object and that object have name. So now let's save it and let's come to the UI, and here let me click on this save. So here you can see I got Neeraj because here name is Neeraj. Now let's come to the next one. Here I got Raj. Okay, so now we have handled this on click for the get app icon. So now what if on click of a delete icon I want to trigger parent function? Okay, so here let's come to the app.js and create a function here. Okay, so I will call it as handle delete. Okay, and here we will get index value. Okay, now here let's whatever the index we will get, let's print that. So alert index. Okay, now we have this function, so we need to pass this function as a props to our custom row. Okay, so here let's copy this function and pass here handle delete as a handle delete. Okay, and remember here we will be getting this function as a props here in our custom row. So here now we are already doing the console log, so let's come back here and expand any one of them. Okay, and here as you can see we have one function handle delete. Okay, and here as you can see we have index as well. Now here I will handle on click, so on click. Okay, and function, and here I will call it as props dot this handle delete because I am getting as a handle delete. And now we need to pass here parameter index. Okay, so for that what we will do is we will write props. Okay, and here as you can see inside the props we have one field index. So here I will write props dot index. Okay, now save it and let's come back here. So here let me click on this delete icon. So here as you can see we have index value as a 0. Now so here at last I clicked and you can see here the indexing is 3 because indexing you will start from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay guys, so here let's remove this console log. Okay, and here we have seen if you want to deal with the data, how to deal with data, and if you want to call a parent function from this custom component, how to do that. Okay, and we have designed our overlay component and we have rendered successfully. Okay guys, so in this video we have seen how to override a component of material table, and we have overwritten the row component of material table, and we have designed our layover component. Okay, and here on mouse over it's showing a overlay component. Okay, And here on click of this delete, we are calling this parent function, and on click of this icon, we are passing data of the row. Okay guys, so you can get the download link of the code in description of this video. If you like this content, do like, share and subscribe. See you in next video. Thanks for watching.